responsibility among women.
He was so intelligent, he was so smart. You know what I mean?
Ladies, not ladies, and
right?
I never said don't do it.
I'll talk to you and have a lasting degree. We're not talking about that.
Hello, welcome to our show, The RAHWLadies. This is a place where we talk about everything and
Everything.
Well, you're welcome to today's show. Today we have a lot of interesting things to talk about, and I know that you're going to have fun with us, right, Monica?
Well, we got to take care of her. It was a birthday. How was
Oh
your birthday?
yes, you
Happy
was.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's late now. You guys didn't call.
It's belated. Do you know what, guys? The day on her birthday, I happened to be in her area, and I just popped in her house, and she said, "Today's my birthday." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So tell us, did you do anything on that day?
Yes, it happens that a friend of mine had a banquet, so I had to go. It was awesome. I had a blast.
But I did send her a Facebook message on behalf of the RAHWLadies.
I didn't get it, but I think that was afterwards.
Oh my goodness! Anyway, how old are you? I know women don't tell their age.
She
Oh
has
no,
to-
I'm not going to tell you my age. I think I just turned 15. Don't I look good
Oh,
the
she
way
was
that I
21.
am?
She was
You look
21.
hot and sexy.
21.
You look hot
you.
and sexy. Anyway,
Well, that brings us to a topic we're going to be talking about today. What we do before dating, after dating, when your marriage takes over. What do you guys think about that topic?
It's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
And we
I
gotta
think.
tell them, as a woman, even before, after marriage, you gotta keep it hot, sexy, and keep the fire burning.
and I know a lot of women, when they are dating, is a different life. And the moment they go into maybe serious courtship or they go into marriage, you know, it kind of changed. So I begin to ask myself, is it when the moment you say I do, something come to a stop?
It's like taking an examination, you know, you're writing, you want to pass, so you do everything and anything to get that guy. You do your nails, you do your hair, you look good. And after you pass, after you get the guy, you forget about, what do you,
I
it's
know,
something to do.
I am actually really excited that we're talking about this today because a lot of women seem to forget the spark and forget themselves because they are married. And when you say, "Oh, why are you looking like that?" They say, "Oh, I got him now." What's up with that?
Some will even tell you, you know what, there's children to take care of, there's this to do this, and they forget the little things that they're supposed to do. What I believe is that when you look beautiful, you're not just looking beautiful for your husband. When you look beautiful, it gives you confidence.
Good.
Especially when you go out, you know.
I know, as for me, I believe when a woman looks good, it makes you feel good both inside and outside, and it gives you confidence, to conquer the world. What do you think, ladies?
Me, I have a lot of men friends, and a lot of my friends always tell me that, Monica, after I got married, my wife, my woman, they just forget that it's supposed to look, there's something that attracted, your husband or your boyfriend to you. That thing gotta keep, you gotta keep it going. You don't have to just stop because you have a baby, you start getting fat, you don't want to put on your makeup. They come up, I had a friend that told me that, Monica, can you tell my girl to put some deodorant on? Can you believe that? That's what it comes to, for real.
But another thing is, I'm sorry to say, it's typical with we Africans. I'm not trying to say that some of them are not like sexy and hot, but the truth is that the moment they start making babies, once they are married, they start making babies, they just leave themselves. And the worst is, the moment they get into 40, they'll tell you, "Oh, I'm old now, why should I do this? Why should I wear this? This is for the..." No, come on. I'm not saying that you can, sometimes you can gain weight, you can't help it. I was guilty of it one time. But you can still be even bulky and take care of yourself.
Exactly.
It's all about the packaging.
Exactly. A lot of people say they used to go out, travel, go to places before they get married, like movies to the dinner or something. But when they get married, everything kind of elapses. And those are not happening again. So that kind of take away from the marriage and the sparks.
And talking about deodorants and perfume, one thing I need to tell the ladies, they are not the same. You can put the perfume on your body, but if you don't have that deodorant, you're gonna smell, baby. So please use both. Deodorant yourself and perfume yourself. Hello?
Exactly, that's the way it is. I think it's very inviting to the men.
But you know what we are trying to say here is, bring the flame back.
Yes.
Bring the sparks back. We're not condemning anybody. We're not trying to say that, you know, that as an African woman, you know, something is wrong with your marriage or before and after you're dating. What we're trying to say is that spark, that thing that made that man to marry you.
Yes.
I know one typical thing that is not common with our men is they don't know how to say I love you. You, the woman, say it, especially in the kind of world where we're living in now, the Western world, or even those in the, you know, in Africa, for instance, you know. Say I love you. I think it matters. That's another key ingredient that has to come into a relationship.
Did you tell him I love you this morning?
Well, the good thing is that I always tell my man I love him. I like that.
Did you tell him you love him this morning?
Hello.
You did?
Yeah. No.
Well,
That's the first thing we need to do. I love you, darling. Before you even go to do anything, I say, I love you, so that they will know that you love them. But men, they seem to not do that a lot like women. We are quick to do something like that. But men kind of, I don't know, it's macho thing or especially the African men. What do you think?
Well, it's not just, I mean, when we're talking about us women looking good for our men, it's not just the girls, it's also the men also. I mean, the men has to look good. I don't want my man to have a big stomach because when I met him, it was looking hot. He had muscles, he had everything. The guys need to look good too. They don't need to be looking like, I don't know what you call it, but
I'm going to go back to
belly.
Blessing's question. Now she's talking about the men not telling the women that they love them. When you were growing up, did you ever hear your father say to your mother, I love you?
But now we live in the Western world, you know, when they say when you live in Rome, behave like Romans. And we've grown up on a different background and different levels. Because, you know, before, those that were parents probably didn't go to school or they were not socializing. It was a thing of tribal marriage or something. But now, it's different now.
I think I have to speak for the men.
differ.
I think in our culture, they didn't grow up saying I love you. You know, but we as women, we need to, you know, remind them. But guess what? We have our phones today. We can text them, I love you. You know, as far as we're
I don't know what you guys are trying to say, that African men in Africa don't know how to say I love you. Excuse me, we have our own culture. I think we have our own ways of showing love.
Exactly.
We know how to love our women. It
Yes,
depends on
exactly.
whoever you get married to. I mean, it's a totally different structure. For us to say that it's only the Western world that says I love you and stuff like that, I think it's I don't think.
Exactly. No, because, you know, our parents, they actually have their own way of telling their women that they love their women. So right now, we're saying I love you is something we're just getting new from the Western country. I mean, it's not a bad thing to say that, but our parents didn't get that. So we now, the young parents that are opportune to hear this, I think is a way of actually communing with your children, with your spouse, and getting a little bit closer to yourselves. You know, so our culture, yes, they have a way of taking care of the woman, the children, fending for them, you know, financially and all that. I think that's their own way of telling
I
them.
remember my grandfather in those days, he would go get fire with my grandmother, you know, get fruits, vegetables, go to the farm, get cassava, yams. These are little things he, you know, just to make her feel happy, you know. And this is the only way they know how to share, or how to say I love you. And you see my grandmother beaming with smile, Namo, you know, and that was such a sweet feeling.
Well, I know that, but you know, this is what is happening now, and it kind of makes the ladies feel more comfortable and more important to their men. They really like to hear it. I'm one that believes that, you know, you go with the flow. If it's what is going on, let's go on, because every lady expects the same thing the other lady is getting, you know?
So now, since we're talking about bringing this spark into relationship, into marriages, Monica, what do you think? How are we going to encourage our men and our women to bring this spark back, to keep that flame burning?
I think we need to get that spark back. What happened? I mean, what attracted him to me? And what attracted him to me? I want to keep myself going. I mean, I've been thinking about this for such a long time. I need to look like Monica. I need to look beautiful. I need to take care of my nails, my hair, my body. I need to look good so that my man will not be looking outside, because the last thing you're going to want is for your man to get tired of the person that you've become and start looking for the person that he met when he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
I think another way to bring the spark back, talking about that, try to take care of your body, your image. Try to smell good. You know, sometimes I'll hug some men, like I greet them. and they'll say, oh my God, you smell good. Tell your wife, if she's not smelling good, don't let her friend tell her. You, the man, should let her know, honey, can we go get some deodorant or things like that to make her feel good? You know, and the women, don't forget your makeup. Even if, some women, they don't like makeup.
They say they look natural.
Yeah, you want to look natural.
It's not bad to look natural, but there's a way you can do your skincare that can, you will still look pretty if you're not the really, really makeup type. But one thing I want to bring out from there is, this thing we're saying is not just to the women.
Yes.
The men too has to take care of themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want our audience, our beautiful viewers to think that we're attacking them. No, we're only saying what will keep our relationship going and happy. And you're looking beautiful not just for the man, you're looking beautiful for yourself.
Exactly.
And the moment you're doing that, it keeps the relationship going.
Yeah.
So the man also has to do the same thing, because some men too don't take care of themselves.
Exactly.
So
And you see some men, they have this pot belly, they have this, they're not even cutting their hair, or shaving properly, and they say, oh, I look good, I'm a man. I think it's a macho thing, and I don't think that is nice, because if you have a beautiful looking woman, you want to compliment your wife, not just looking because, yes, I'm the man. Mostly with our African men, though, they kind of, yes, I'm the man, no matter what, the man is beautiful. I don't think
and
so.
always they'll tell you, don't tell me what to do, I think I look good this way. Like I said, we're just encouraging people like we're encouraging ourselves. Look good, look beautiful, it gives you confidence, keep the fire burning. You don't just say because, the way you were looking when you were dating, now you're married, you want to, drift from it.
Yeah.
So, I
A friend of mine told me, it was like, Monica, I wonder why people, mostly the women, forget after they have a child that they was beautiful. They just let themselves go. My wife, I don't know how to tell her. I mean, I understand, but you know what? I need my wife back. I don't know how to say that to her, though. I just
let me tell you how to
Did you
say
help
it.
him?
for me to go tell the wife I look good.
No, you don't
excuse me.
have to. The man can actually do that. How can he do this? Go to the market. Go to the store.
Like give her.
Take your wife to the store.
Take
Send
her
her
to
to the
the-
spa. Make her to mingle with some friends that will tell her, because as friends, I know some of my friends, I'm not like the big makeup person. But like her, she would say, don't let me see you without makeup. So a lot of my friends are like, you have to make up. So, and really I find out that when I make up, it makes me look beautiful.
Exactly, and
So-
some women will say, oh, I'm too busy now, I'm very busy, the kids, the dad. Yes, you just have to prioritize your time and your life and everything and keep it in order so you can still keep looking good. Because looking good is one of the things that keep the marriage going.
Looking good is
It's
good
good
business.
business.
That's
I have
right.
to give I'm gonna give the audience like this maybe 4 things that makes it work for me. My first one is to always try to go to dinner. The wife should not always cook. Take the wife or the husband and go out to dinner, kind of like dinner. Get a babysitter. That's one thing you can do to keep the spark going. Another thing also is to go to the gym, work out, look hot. Tell your husband, go with your husband, laugh, play. That's something that helps me. And another thing is the sex. Enjoy. Talk about it with your husband, your girl.
Oh,
See
yeah.
what makes it work. Talk about it, watch books, and it's not about an African thing. This
Yes.
is a human thing. My
I'm
fourth
a
one.
big believer.
I have one last one to give to the audience that works, that makes it work. A lot of men need to look at you, the woman, mostly the woman, and remember the person they started dating. So what did you do? You yourself go back and see what you did that made that man get attracted to you.
So Blessing, what is your tip?
Well, my tip is that, really, sometimes maybe the man doesn't know where to touch, or the woman. You can guide them to it. If you're a shy person, you can just guide them to it, or just tell them. Because if you want this marriage and you marry this man or this woman, tell them what you want, because when you're married, you're now one. You can talk about anything and, be able to be comfortable and confident with one another to say, this is what I want, this is what I want us to do, so that our marriage will keep burning up.
Well, to me, I think I'm just going to say communication. Communication is very, very important in relationships. So if you communicate just like some of the tips they have given, how do you get it to work? It's communicating with each other.
As for me, I believe a husband and wife or people dating should trust that trust and understanding. And for me, my husband loves to come home to a clean house. And again, even though I believe my sister, going out for dinner, I love going out for dinners. But I make sure there's always food at home. I just pack my food in the freezer, so when he's hungry, as an African man, he loves to eat fufu, if you know what I mean. So I will make a usi of all those things, and he'll just take one, warm it up, do his pounded yam, farina, and eat.
Don't let them hear that your husband is doing farina. Typical African.
That is what we're talking about. Another thing, help one another.
Yes.
If I'm in the shower, in the bedroom, or if I'm not home and he comes back and he wants to eat, he cannot wait for me to come back.
Exactly.
Honey, please, make a little fufu. And while you're at that, wrap a little in a foil for me.
Wow, you are heading out from the RAHWLadies, and we're sure that you have enjoyed our show today.
Yes.
We can't wait to come back to you next time. So please keep tuning in. If you have any question concerning all our discussions, go make comments. You can go to our website, the RAHWLAfricanHousewives.com, or send us an email on RAHWLAfricanHousewives@gmail.com. So we'll see you next week. We're so glad that you let us into your homes today. This is the Real African Housewives, as you know, where we talk about everything and anything. Till we see you next time.
Bye.